Can you bring us in, Jerry? Little like jazz.
Catfish are jumping, black water keep on.
All right. I don't see anything on the screen, but if you guys just joined us, we are here with Dave Daniels, all the way from Miami, Florida.
305, do or die.
305. We have Ben Holst from Atlanta. Wait, let me guess. That is, what?
404.
404.
Yeah.
404.
I'm actually the 706 because I'm still repping Athens, Georgia. Go Dogs, everybody. Had the same cell phone number since 1998.
All right.
Yeah.
We got Jeremy Lawton on keys from Denver, Colorado.
The 303.
Ladies and gentlemen, 303.
Yeah, 303.
P. McD on bass, originally from Colorado Springs.
I still have a 719 phone number,
Yeah.
so I'm repping 719 since about 99.
Okay, yeah. Another sentimental cell phone guy in the house.
Anyway, Dave is a wonderful songwriter. If you guys just watched our little intro movie, that's a song that we did called Cannonball, which is not out yet, Dave. And we did that thing remote, so it was really, really fun and interesting because Ben was in Atlanta.
Fun and interesting if you own, the audio movers.
Exactly. If you own audio movers or you rent it.
But for the rest of us trying to suffer through distance recording.
Yeah. So anyway, Ben was
fun.
in Atlanta and Dave was in Miami and the band guys were here and we were somehow getting these computers to talk to each other and we were able to broadcast to you guys what we were doing, and you guys were able to watch us and produce us all from way far away.
Yeah.
And now we have you here in person, which is great.
And we had some good suggestions from the crowd, too, I remember. It was kind of fun. Just people who were like, digging our choices
Yeah.
in live, which is cool.
We made some good choices. Chris Blaze said, Dave is awesome.
Yeah,
on.
Chris.
Thanks.
This is my drummer in Atlanta.
Oh, awesome.
I was touring for like a decade. He was my guy.
Nice.
He's singing drummer too. So
Oh, man, I wish
Singing
I
drummer.
could do that. Yeah.
well,
I'm a
he's
lost
okay.
cause for that. Well, thanks for joining us, Chris. You can grade my performance later on your own scorecard and send it
Yeah,
in.
he's a
just,
judge.
Yeah.
just don't put it in the chat. That's all.
Blaze, put it in the chat.
We have Our Kingdom here. Who's Our Kingdom?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But our kingdom, welcome. It's good to have you.
Yeah.
So we actually recorded a song this afternoon. We had a really crazy schedule. Why don't you guys talk about your trip? You just got off a plane from Miami and Atlanta, and then you met up with our friend Greg in Eagle, Colorado, or Gypsum, Colorado, and then you guys like drove over the Leadville Pass and you climbed like a giant mountain.
We did all that.
And you're here.
Yeah. No, but it's actually...
Mountain,
So Dave and I met years ago, through the Atlanta recording community, right? Yeah, did you hear a record I did or something? And
yeah, I just hunted you down because I liked the sound of one of the local band's records that you did. It was awesome. So then
Well,
I just did some records with you.
we did some records, but similar to this place, like, and Brian's been to our studio, 800 East in Atlanta. It's a big room.
Great spot, yeah.
Yeah, it lends itself for like big drum sounds, natural, people on the floor together, and so, Dave had a couple of pals, and we put together, a record, and just became friends, and then, a year and a half ago, when Volume was getting ready to launch, Dave called me up and introduced me to his childhood friend, Greg Nacron, who's basically the guy we all answer to, and it's a really, in a really interesting circle of friendships. Greg brought me into the fold at volume.com, and we were looking to grow into Colorado. I said, hey, there's this guy, Brian McRae, that I used to tour with.
That's cool.
And and then so we all kind of came together, and through that, and through the song that we all did through Cannonball Girl, now we're actually together,
In person.
as a band, but we
With the same band
Hey.
yeah.
because they're so good.
Well, and then so that's the first part of the story. The second part of the story is Greg invited us out, for a retreat, basically, to hang, and he lives in Gypsum, and he had this great idea that we would really love to do what they refer to as a 14er for all you Colorado folks.
Yeah.
And that's like a thing where you hike to
voluntarily.
14,000, yeah.
Nobody makes you do it. Like you volunteer to go walk up a perfectly good mountain.
Yeah, for no
reason
and no money
in the middle
or,
of the night.
Yeah, and you're not really running from anything other
No.
than mountain lions and your own
And
life.
But you go do that, and then you come down, and then
same
you
way.
go home, and you're in the ice bath for 2 days.
Well, so Greg conned us into joining him and his wife.
No.
They are experienced 14ers, and we are
They've done
experienced
30
14-year-olds.
30 peaks since they moved here like 3 years ago or something like that. It's crazy.
Yeah, so we took
couldn't-
we took a day to acclimate, and then ran up this hill with those guys, and survived, and that was how we got warmed up for this.
It was rough, man.
And what was interesting, and it was kind of nice on the way over here. Dave and I both, admittedly had certain amounts of nerves of like, oh God, am I going to play anything worth a damn on the guitar? We really look up to all you guys as musicians, so it's sort of like, oh shit, we're listening to all these, some Jayhawks and some records that we really love to kind of pump ourselves up, and then we sort of looked at each other and we're like, well, we just climbed this mountain and came back, so like anything we do today is just going to be fun, and
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all downhill. It's all downhill.
Literally.
It's
It's all good now.
But we're still, we called it, some things you survive and you have an afterglow, but we're in an anger glow right now with what we were loving.
I haven't heard you say that.
Oh,
yet.
you didn't. That's what we're referring. Maybe that's the name of the record.
That's the name of the
Anger
record.
Glow?
Yeah,
That would be fitting.
Yeah.
yeah, it kind of would.
So
We could talk about some of that too, maybe.
So we have a song to record because this little
new
show is called Tune Up, and we bring a victim in, like Dave, and we, try to get an arrangement for a song and make a band version of it.
Love that.
Dave, would you mind? Could you play just a couple of maybe a verse and a chorus of this song or something,
Yeah.
so people can kind of get an idea what it sounds like the way that you.
This song's called Once in a While. I got a friend, she spent 25 years locked in her basement collecting her tears. And she sold them all to a rich man in Spain who couldn't cry but still wanted the pain. She burned down her basement, got out in the world, and bought herself a golden smile. It helps to get your heart broken once in a while. Ooh, that's why it helps to get your heart broken once in a while.
That's cool. Well, we all know that, so
It's
very relevant.
Oh, thank you.
Very nice.
Our
very nice.
fans and
Nice little cocktail
Neighbors.
crowd over here.
so nice here.
Lauren's on the stream.
it helps to get your legs broken once in a while when you're on a mountaintop and you come back and recording just all of a sudden easy.
This is way. Hi, Lauren. How are you?
So we
Good to
have
see you
this
out there, Lauren.
song, and we got to record it here, and we have a form. Can you just run through the form real quick, Ben, so that we're kind of all on the same page?
Well, I'm not going to run through anything the way my legs
mean-
feel right now, Brian, but it helps to hit record every once in a while.
Yeah.
We're going to be on fire. By the way, this is the Dave and Ben show, and we're glad you guys.
the coffee
made-
is definitely hitting him.
Yeah.
I'm so happy right now.
Yeah, I thought it was altitude, but it is Costa Rican
Costa
coffee.
Rican dark roast from Monte Verde.
That's how Brian uses that
That's how
coffee
we
to get
roll.
clients and people out of the studio a little sooner.
Yeah.
Since we're basically taking over your home.
Exactly.
So if the coffee's good, we're more likely to just leave faster.
Well, or you're going to stick around and have some more coffee.
Oh, we stick around. Yeah, one of the two.
Yeah.
Depending on the level of addiction.
Right.
Speaking of which, no, I wanted to say something about this song, Dave. We had talked, so we have a demo. We played it for everybody in the band, and we've all listened to it a little bit. But
Right.
and it's great. But one thing, again, that we wanted to accomplish with this recording is to grab the performance of a bunch of people in a room, and that kind of gel doesn't necessarily happen easily when you're passing tracks across the country, which Dave, through all this process has actually gotten pretty good at on his own,
yeah.
like recording a little bit of Pro Tools, passing it around, and it's totally a viable thing. But what's special about what you've built here at the Wrecking Room is that we can all do that together. So, yeah, I think, in listening to stuff we were listening today and the recordings, I know Dave really responds to. It's like getting some of that
Band
intangible
energy.
thing. Yeah.
The band energy.
Yeah.
I was singing it that other song that we were playing with a lot differently than I ever sang it before. I don't know if that's good or bad, but it's a vibe, when everybody's in sync and looking at each other.
Yeah, why don't you tell us a little bit about that? Being a songwriter, especially during COVID and stuff. You're
Yeah.
home, you're composing, you're writing all kinds of stuff. You made some really great demos. You've got your own version of these songs and
There's
a
a lot
record
going
coming
on
out.
with that.
But then now you're sitting down here and you're like, oh, wait, this is totally different. What's that like for you?
I know it was overwhelming. It was like going on a 14er for like a half a second. Like, oh shit, we're into the woods, and I'm with the band. We're moving and you guys are just a crack team. So it's like, lay back, do what you always do. Don't get behind the band. Don't sing in too much in front. Don't get in the way in the song. Let the band do its thing, and it was overwhelming to, in a good way, to play with the band. For the first time I played with a live band in a very long time. I was like, oh yeah, I remember this. I like this very much.
Oh, yeah.
Don't sing too much. Oh, don't over sing.
Right.
Because your energy, just keep the energy there. So I'm gonna try and do that on this next one. Is like, stay within the song, stay within the performance. And that's a good thing to do live too. It's a dynamic of staying within the band and staying within a crowd and staying within yourself. But
Cool.
not be afraid to take chances. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
Speaking of taking chances, maybe we should take a chance and play it. What do you
Yeah,
think?
let's do this
You guys
song.
nervous? I'm nervous.
Let's do this with the little intro. But is everybody good with it?
Let's find out.
Yeah, we're gonna find out.
Yeah.
I got a friend that spent 25 years locked in her basement collecting her tears. She sold them all to a rich man in Spain who couldn't cry but wanted the pain. She burned out the basement, got out in the world, and bought herself a golden smile. That's why it helps to get your heart broken once in a while. Yes, it helps to get your heart broken once in a while. I got a woman, she's completely insane. She rents a duplex up in my brain. I've tried to leave, but both of us know she'll always win me back when she wiggles her toes. I'd give up women, but who could resist legs long as a country mile? That's why it helps to get your heart broke once in a while. It helps to get your heart broke once in a while. Cause there are some people who will say you just can't play nice these days. Love's not a plaything, it's fire and ice. But you can make love like you make a fire. First to find a good match and wait for the flame to catch. In the beginning, man needed a mate. The Lord set him up on a blind date. But Adam protested, does she have a friend? Just in case things don't work out in the end. And God said to Adam, you're out here alone. It's you and the lonely wild. That's why it helps to get your heart broke once in a while. Ooh. It helps to get your heart broke once in a while.